Alright. So we are going to be cracking a wonderful collector's pack of Tarkir Dragonstorm today. Hoping for those very nice, very beautiful, very entertaining serialized cards, as well as some of those big hits. I'm sure we'll never hit the big hits, but if we go over and look at our channel over here and look at the higher hits, you're going to be looking at, we get all these boxes and seal product that way. You're going to be looking at the Halo foil cards, which I'm probably never going to see. You're going to be seeing a lot of the regular ones, like Ugin's a big hit, Elspeth is a big hit, and then pretty much after these these two hits and all the Halos, you're going to plummet down to about the $17 range with the Crater Hoofs. I mean, it's kind of interesting that I put high to low and prices bounce all over, but if we go off market price, we got Dragogenesis here forward to stay above $20 market, and then Mox Jasper gently drops back into the $19 range. So, all right, well, while we are waiting for people, I guess we will start cutting open the box and getting everything set up. I'm going to enjoy my Mountain Dew because I'm a fat kid, and fat kids like drinks. The sugary drinks. Oh, that new pack smell. I miss the box toppers. Kind of thought you would get a box topper if you bought a collector's. I bought a collector's in a regular box. I did a box break with the regular box about a week ago. Video's up on Twitch if you want to see that. So we are going to open our first pack of our Dragons of Tarkir. Let's set that little guy over there in the corner. Fight these packs. Fight them. There we go. Should have brought the scissors over here. Holy crap. Well, that just dumped all over. Whatcha? We have the Reliquary Dragon as our token, followed by a Dragon. We have our Clarion. We got our Mist Rise Village. Our Ashki the Dragonclaw. Our Parpet Thrasher. And we have our Severance Priest. I'll start, flickering it if it's a foil. But we got our foil. Then we have our Dragon Island. We love our Dragon Islands. Then for uncommons, we got the Teeming Dragonstorm, the Riling Dawnbreaker, the Reaver Whip Sweep, the Formation Breaker, the Stasis Snare, which is a really good enchantment, the Boulderborn Dragon, the Snakeskin Veil, which is a reprint, but a really good reprint, the Watcher of the Wayside, and the Assos Exhale. Sorry. All right, we got our Zombie Druid, followed by our Treasure. And then we have our Corey Steel Cutter, our equipment, a Scavenger Regent, our Sarak the Elusive Hunter. Not so elusive, he's been found so many times. We got our Wailing, or Will of the Abzan. I can read, I promise. Put our little full arts here. Then we got our Dragonback Assault. When the enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And then Landfall. When a land enters under your control, you create a 4/4 red dragon with flying. Really great. I want to put this in my dragon deck. It's a dragon token deck, so anything that makes dragon tokens, whether it's good or bad, I put it in there. So Dragonback Assault. Foil. That's going in. And then I got another island. First island was foil. This is a non-foil. And I got that beautiful showcase art Encroaching Dragonstorm in foil, followed by the Roiling Dragonstorm in foil, or in non-foil, I'm sorry. And then we got the Mammoth Elephant, the Armament Dragon, the Teeming Dragonstorm, the Sultai Devotee, the Underfoot Underdogs, the Tempest Hawk in foil, used to be a $5 card, and the Riverwalk Technique. So far we have the one elusive dragon Tempest Hawk. He's an honorary dragon because everybody wants him because you can have any number of him in your deck. Alright, it's pack number 3. Pack number 3! Alright, we have our soldier token. It's a nice shiny soldier with a soldier on the other side. So it's a soldier. It's a 1 and a 2 soldier. But y'all don't care about the tokens. We got a Arani, the Song Unending. The 5-drop Spirit Dragon. Which is really funny because I just spent $17 buying this card. I got the full art though. This is kind of the showcase, but it's in foil. Then we got All Out Assault in non-foil. We got the Dragon Fire Blade in the beautiful etched showcase art. And then we have the Deceptive Frost Kite Dragon. I have, out of everything I've opened, I have never actually seen this card. So this is kind of a nice new one. And then we have the Anafenza Unyielding Lineage in a foil. And then we have our Dragoneye Forest. Then we have a Segu Wilding and a Boulder-born Dragon. Followed by a Defibrillating Current, a Sultai Monument, a Sandstep Citadel, Dragonstorm Orb or Globe, Seize the Opportunity, Sig Appraiser, and a Delta Bloodfly. We got our own little mini game going on here. How many of these Tempest Hawks can you have in your deck? It used to be $5. Now they're down to like 50 cents. Curious enough though, how much is it if you have the foil? Got our Tempest Hawk. We got it in foil. It's about $1.16, so it's still holding some of its value. Not as good as it used to be though. Sorry, we already had a pack we were drawing. Yeah, like I said, this is pretty much our big hit pile right here, and pretty much if we want to stay above that wonderful $20 mark we had on that page. Once we get to over here, everything kind of goes downhill. So this is kind of our main page to stay above that $20 mark. And with each pack costing about 25 bucks, you're either going to have to get one of these higher end ones, or you're going to have to get multiple of these little lower tier ones over here. Man, I keep knocking this box over. Look, y'all can play your own mini game. How many times am I gonna knock the box over? All right, we got our copy token with a monk, and then we have a Baron Step Siege in full art foil. My finger's in front of the camera, that doesn't help. We've got the Ambering Shell Turtle in non-foil. We got the Recover the Way in non-foil. We got Aligned Heart in full art non-foil. And then we have the Flame Held Grappler in foil. Followed by a Dragoneye Mountain. And then another card I haven't seen. I've seen the Runescale Stormbrood, but I haven't seen it in this beautiful red art with this dragon face on it, which I absolutely love. It is a red-blue. Very nice dragon, and I like the art, and I also like the fact that it is a foil version of it as well. Then we also have the Railing Dawnbreaker. And then we got the Runescale Stormlord in foil. We got the Frontier Riverbeck in foil. And then we got the Constrictor, Trade, Sunskitter, Asheen, and the Dagurd. I mean, for the most part, most of them are foil. I don't know if y'all want me to break down like which ones are foil. All right, we are 4 packs in. We got 8 packs left. All right. One of these days, I'll start taking offers of like tips and stuff, and then reinvesting that back into the community, buying boxes to crack, packs to crack, and then all the pack cards and stuff that comes out of those packs will be randomly given out to people in the community and whatnot. You can move on to our next pack, which is another beautiful copy token with a monk. And oh my god, it is a Draco Genesis and a very beautiful foiling. I think this actually might be the Halo foiling. I believe this might actually be the Halo foiling Draco Genesis art. Let us find out. It is card 412. Is card 412 the Draco Genesis big hit? It is the Halo foil at $84. We got the Halo foil Draco Genesis art. And in foil, it is $172 market value. That is a hit. That is a hit, ladies and gentlemen. I did not plan for that. My hands are sweaty sweaties. I'm going to go get a pack. We pulled the Halo foil Draco. Let me get a sleeve for that. There we go. There we go. Yes, we pulled the big hit. Well, not the big hit, but we pulled a beautiful $151 Draco Genesis. I would like to double sleeve it, but for now, we're just going to gently put that in there. And then we're going to top load that puppy. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pack 5 look. The Draco Genesis Holo Foil. Those of you that are here, I want to hear some hype in the chat for that pull. That is probably the biggest hit I've pulled in a pack. That is amazing hits. We're going to keep that puppy right here. Actually, no. We're going to put that little puppy right up here, up in the front for everyone to see. That is some hype right there. Whew, that was a beautiful hit. Did not expect that. We got our full art Clarion Conqueror, a full art Siege of the Skies, full art Tempest Technique, and a Glacial Wood Siege foil. I keep trying to do it, and I keep sticking my hand in it like an idiot. There we go. And then we have the Dragon Shadow Plains, not the Dragon Eye. And then we got the Durgar foil in the blue. And then we got the Disruptive Storm Brood little baby dude in the green. And then we got the Knockout Maneuvers in foil. The Venerated Storm Singer in foil. The Ireni Rebuff. Trust me, man, I would scream, hoot, and holler, but the problem is I got neighbors. I live in an apartment now. I don't want to piss them off after only being here a week. Bearer of Glory, Ring and Strike Mystery, and a Caustic Exhale. We're just going to have that little guy. Just going to stack these up in here right now. And we're going to have that little guy sit right there for that. All right, we got our Warrior. Would have figured somebody would have messaged me through Discord about that. Warrior foil with a Dragon foil. Oh, and just drop that. Drop it like it's hot. Then we got a Quarry Reverent, the foil. Then we go and we got us a Kashla Village. That is a non-foil, but it is a full art land, which is always appreciated. The Anafenza, the Unyielding Lineage, the little, I don't know what you want to call that, the black showcase altar art. It looked better when they were advertising it. I am not it. It reminds me of the Midnight Hunt movie thing they did, where they effectively just resold the last 3 sets back in black and white. So they effectively said, hey, how do we get more money? Let's just act like we ran out of ink and resell everything from the last 3 sets again, just in black and white. I feel like they just wanted to save money, so they just they left the card black and only printed the art and the text. It kind of feels like half work, but my opinion may be biased. I honestly don't know. Then we've got the Zergo, the Storm Renderer. I heard this is a really good commander. You got your mobilize ability, so you're attacking red warrior, or whenever this attacks, you create a tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior, and you sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step, and whenever a creature token you control leaves the battlefield, you draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, each opponent loses a life. Then we have the Dragon Fire Blade, and it is a foil regular art. We had the showcase regular art earlier. And then we have the Plains foil land. And then we have the Boulder-born Dragon in foil. And then we have the Segu Wildling Sega. I'm going to get copyrighted on this crap. He said Sega copyright. Oh my god. Rainveiled Rejuvenator, the 100 Battle Veteran, the Bewildered Blizzard, the Narset's Rebuke, the Segu Pummeler, the Scarred Craig, and then the Fortress Kin Guard. Alright, our next pack. We have a foil Spirit with a 2/2 Spirit on the other side. Then we have the Lasad Prowler. It is a Snake Ranger. Little 5/5 black dude. When this creature enters, you mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. So he's a foily boy. He's a foily little snake. And then we have the Inevitable Defeat. Looks like a giant monkey throwing, or I guess you would say it's more of a baboon throwing a net. It is a 1 red, white, and black instant. Not really a fan. It's effectively twice the cost of Boros Charm, and all it really does is exile a non-land permanent for twice the value. But it's whatever. We got Rivals of the Ancestors, and then we have Within Range and the Naga Flesh Crafter in foil. And then we have the Dragon Shadow Island. Then we have the Armament Dragon foil. And then we have the blue Deergore Island Dragon. And then, of course, the Dragon Claw, the Crummer, the Opulent Palace, the Reger Vigor, the Devoted Duelist, which I think is actually a really good card in a couple of the modern decks, and also standard. No additional Stasis Snares and no additional Tempest Talks. That's unfortunate for us. I mean, they're not as valuable as they once were, but still. I think at this point, half of our packs had Dragon Eye cards, and the other ones had Shadow. Which, we have a Warrior. He is the foilest of the Warriors. And he has a Goblin on his other side. And then we have a Guest Art Emergent Ultimatum in foil. A special guest card from Dominique Mayer. Or Mayer, sorry. Beautiful card. We have a Mardu Siege Breaker. It's an awesome card. I had 2 of them in my pre-release kit. It's amazing. And then we have our Yathan Road Watcher. And our Rebelled Storm Singer. Followed by a regular art of Ashki Dragonclaw. Riding on the cutest little doggo. The bestest of doggos. Then we have our Mountain Dragon Shadow Mountain. Then we have the Riling Dawnbreaker and the Feral Deathgorger as our guys. And then for our side game, Kori, Zergo, Descendant in the Storm, the Embermouth Sentinel, the Kratig Nest Gorger, the Alicia Legacy, and the Underground Leopard. Our entire box of 12 collector's packs gonna be 1 Tempest Talk. That literally is a common. That is ridiculous. But again, there are less commons in the collector's packs, which in fact would affect our chances of pulling it. So can't say much on that one. All right, after this one, we have 3 more, so we're on our 4th pack to the end. We have a soldier token, followed by another soldier, so it's a 1-1 and a 2-2. We have our wonderful foil art Mardu Siegebreaker. If I get my hand out of the way. We have our Quarry Mountain Monastery. Our War Crag Siege. Our Transcendent Dragon. And our Winter Night Stories in foil. And then we have our Dragon Shadow foil Swamp. Feral Deathgorger and our Rune Scale Brood. And then we have our new foil Siege Rhino. Followed by a Dragon Scourge Sniper, a Quartering Dragonstorm, a Molten Exhale and foil, a Lightfoot Technique, a Rugged Highlands, and a Worthy Cost. The fact that I've opened over 50 collector's packs is kind of weird that I still have not gotten a serialized card. To be perfectly honest, in my entire last 8 years of playing Magic, I've probably opened over 500 collector's packs, and I have never gotten a serialized card. I know it's a very small chance, but even with the Lord of the Rings and everything, and like all the One Ring, or the One Ring and all of the Soul Rings and everything, it's like, really? I'm pretty sure I think I opened about 100 to 200 packs in that set alone. Right, we got our Burb, and then we have our Monk. Then we have our land, which is going to be the Great Ashreen City. Exile a card from a graveyard to create a 1/1 white spirit token. Unfortunately, without flying. That is foil. Then we have our United Battlefronts. Our Lattice Light Dancer. A Voracious Bipolar Flage. I've never seen this card. It's apparently a commander card. And our Tegman Master Opportunist in foil. And then we have our Island foil Dragon Shadow. And then we have our Segu and our Teeming Dragonstorm. Then we have our Marshal, our Equilibrium, our Duty, Summit, Kin, Swiftfoot, and Salt Road Pack Beast. 2 packs left. 2 packs left. Are we going to get another Tempest Hawk? Are we going to get another Stasis Snare? I don't know. Find out next time. I'm just messing with you. No, we're going to finish the pack opening. Y'all were like, is he really just going to stop now? I got the addiction, man. He's got to crack it for me. Our pulls have been pretty meh, but the goal that we got was to get a big hit, and we got one of the Halos, which is a big hit. That was the 3rd biggest hit you can get from the set right there. Granted, the Narset and the Halo Foil Ugin are way more expensive, but the fact that we hit one of the top 3 big hits, I will take it. I will take it. I will love it, and I will do everything I can to thank that pack for that pull. That is an amazing pull for what we got. I think that's probably the biggest hit I have ever hit in a pack. All right, we got our 5/5 Elephant with a treasure. And then we have our Ambling Storm Shell Turtle. And then we have our Shiko Paragon of the Way. As a non-foil, but it is a Shiko. It is another Spirit Dragon. And then we have our Frost Cliff Siege. And then our Will of the Jeskai. And our Yathin Road Watcher. And then a Swamp Foil Dragon Shadow. And then we have the Whirlming Stormbrood and a Storm Shriek Feral. Then we have our Twin Maw, our Host of the Hereafter, a Shocking Storm Dude, a Heritage Reclamation, a Cruel Truth, a Teamer Devotee, and a Jungle Hollow. Keep putting that next to that. We're giving that some space to breathe. You need some space to breathe. All right, we're on our last pack. And with that last pack, I want to thank you all again for spending this time with me. I want to thank those of you that came back after our 3 issues with signal and connection. And I want to thank you for sticking with me for the last hour. I know I'm not the most entertaining person as far as content. I'm working on presenting myself a little better. Working on trying to build some stuff for the channel. But I do want to thank you all for spending your time with me. And I'm trying to get back into this again. I've been really busy. I moved on the 9th, so my internet's been down since the end of March. I just got in on the 10th. Then I had to wait for everything to show up. Then my stuff showed up on the 14th. Then I had to start unpacking. And now I'm back to work, so I'm working 12 to 15-hour days. So we're going to get back into the swing of this. And I want to thank you all for your patience and the time that you're spending with me. And I would like to ask that you like, subscribe, follow my content. If you'd like to join our Discord to get notifications of when I'm streaming, because sometimes I will stream random games in the middle of the night, you are welcome to join, and it will give you immediate notifications of when I'm streaming. I am in several Discords with some other streamers, and we stream our games, so you're welcome to join. And as our community is built, we will find more people, and we will start playing games together. So with that being said, you are also welcome to come and like, subscribe, and follow me on YouTube. Our YouTube Let's Play VG channel streams not only Magic the Gathering, but also Pale World, Destiny 2, Commander, Arena, and in-person Commander, as well as others. And yeah, so you are welcome to follow me on that. I want to know how y'all are doing tonight. The chat's been very quiet. Very quiet tonight. It's a weekend. Y'all got to be happy. Y'all had Good Friday off, and now we got Easter coming up on Sunday, which gives y'all a 4-day this weekend. It's a great time. It's a great time. All right. I know what y'all here for. It's not to hear about me. It's not to chat. It's because y'all want to see this pack. Can we get a foil? At this point, I think this box is maybe worth $180 at best. I thought the card alone was worth $180, but no, man. Lowest sale on that Draco Genesis is $159.95. So we have our warrior and our goblin. All right, we got our Sinkhole Surveyor in foil. We got our Servant Priest. Warden of the Groves. Warden of the Groves, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters. You would think a specific card like this would specifically tell you what endures does, for those of you that are not familiar with the game, but I guess not. But we got Warden of the Grove, Tip the Scales. And then we got the Sinkhole Surveyor in foil. Unfortunately, we did not get a serialized card. Womp, womp, womp. And then we have our Forest Dragon Shadow, followed by a Breaching Dragonstorm and an Encroaching Dragonstorm. Then we got our Kuru, a Roiling Storm, a Whale, a Reputable Merchant, a Fire Rim, a Rebellious Strike, and an Abzan Devotee. So let us tally up here. Let us count our makers. In our side games, we pulled 1 Tempest Hawk. We pulled 1 Devotee Duelist. We pulled 1 Stasis Snare. And we pulled 1 of the new Siege Rhinos. That's some rough numbers there. For our lands, we have a foil mountain shadow, 2 plain shadows, 2 island shadows, 2 swamp shadows, and a forest shadow dragon, all foil lands. For the ones we all care about, the Dragon Eyes, we have a non-foil mountain, a foil island Dragon Eye, a non-foil island Dragon Eye, and a non-foil forest Dragon Eye. I know that's what we all cared about. And then for our rares, we got our Yathin, the Road Watcher, in foil. We got our Ashki, Dragonclaw, in foil. We got our Glacier Siege in foil. We got our Flamehold Grappa in foil. Our Severance Priest in foil. And our Dragonback Sultan foil. So let us go through that. Sorry. Dropping things here. Then we got our Sinkhole Surveyor, our Dragonfire Blade, a Naga Flesh Crafter, a Winter Sight Story, a Tagam Master of Opportunity, and a Anafenza Unyielding Lineage. All foil. And then, of course, for our full arts and our specialty cards, we have our Draco Genesis in Halo Foil, which is currently going at the lowest price on TCG, $153. For reputable sellers, $159.97. So we have our Tip the Scales, our Warden of the Groves, our Surveyor or Severance Priest, our Sinkhole Surveyor in the foil, and then we got our Will of the Jeskai, the Frostcliff Siege, the Shiko Dragon of the Way, the Ambling Stormhouse, the Voriacious Bibliofile. That's from the commander deck. When you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. I believe that's actually a reprint to another card, because I think there was another one that says you may target any, you got to pay additional for each additional target. There was a couple of those. I think it was from Modern Horizons 2, I believe. No, it wasn't a Modern Horizons set. Or what? No, yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was Modern Horizons 2. We got the Lotus Slight Dancer, the United Battlefront, the Great Ashran City, the Transcendent Dragon, which looks amazing. That is another one from a commander deck. It is a 6-drop, 4/3 flash and flying. When this creature enters, if you cast it, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of them putting it in their graveyard, and then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. We have our Warcrag Siege, our Quarry Mountain Monastery, our Mardu Siegebreaker. I can't tell you how much I love this card. I find it hilarious that they made it one color shy where you couldn't put it into Deadpool. Because trust me, if it didn't have the white in there, everyone would be putting this card in Deadpool. We got the Rotobulos Storm Singer. All right, we got the Yashan Road Warrior, the Mardu Siege Warrior again. That one's in non-foil. The beautiful and not forgotten Emergent Ultimatum in foil. The the Within Range. The Revival of the Ancestors. The Inevitable Defeat, which I'm just not a fan of this art because it's all black down here. It's all black up here. The net pretty much makes it black over here. So the only actual art you get is this little dude over here in the corner. Then we have the wonderful Listlid Prowler, the Zergo Storm render, which is an amazing card. The Anafenza Unyielding. The Kashla Village. The Quashri Revenant. Is that why nobody joined me tonight? Is that because I can't pronounce names of cards? Is that why we all don't want to be here? Tempest Techniques. We got Sage of the Skies. Flareon Conqueror. The Prophet Thrasher. Flying. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to an opponent, choose one that has not been chosen this turn. Destroy target artifact an opponent controls. This creature deals 4 damage to each other opponent and exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Corey Steelcutter. A foil Clarion Conqueror. Align the Hearts. A Deceptive Frostkite. Whenever you may have this creature enter as a copy of a creature you control with a power of 4 or greater, except it's a dragon in addition to its other types and has flying. The Ambling Turtle Shell. The Scavenging Regent. Oh, sorry, that one goes over there. The Will of the Abzan. The Sirach, the Elusive Hunter. The Ashkai, the Dragon Claw. The Arani. Oh, I'm actually curious how much this one is. I'm pretty sure this is the one I literally just bought. And it was like $17. So it's the Song Unending. Oh, no, not that one. I'm lazy. This is the weird one. Yeah, let's just... There we go. Okay, so this is a $38 card right here. We are definitely sleeving that one because I did not realize that was that expensive. So with Yoreni, the Dragon Song, being a foil, and the Altered Art, I mean, it's going for $20, even though it's listed for the 30. That's its market value, but still, we'll count it. So that we got the Halo, Dracogenesis. And then we got the foil altar art of the Yoreni. What do they call this art? The borderless. They call it the TDM, apparently. So we got the TDM. All right, we got the all-out assault. The Baron Siege. The Rediscover the Way. The Showcase, Dragon Fire Forge, and the Mystery Fire. You know what I think is hilarious about this? I believe, if I am not mistaken, that we actually have every land except for the white one, this box. You got red, blue, black, and green, yeah. So we pulled 4 out of the 5 lands. We just did not get the white one. Which, based on what I heard, it's debatably argumentative that the actual white one is probably the worst one. But with that being said, I hope y'all are having a good weekend. I hope y'all are having a good holiday. And with that, we had a good night. We had some fun. We opened a box. But for now, I'm going to let y'all go. Have a good weekend, love each other, and have good times. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to watch my Magic the Gathering playlist as shown on the left side of the screen. If you like this game and want to see more, please look at the right side of the screen and see the channel content creators that are also streaming this content. Please show them some love. Thank you and see you next time.